Hi, welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. My name is George Alger, and today's topic is Goodwill. And our guest experts are the Executive Director and the Program Manager from the local Goodwill offices. Welcome, Pete. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks for having me, George. So I'm Pete Marcus. I'm the Executive Director for Goodwill of Ventura and Santa Barbara counties, and I've been with Goodwill since 2014.
Thank you. Alex?
Hi, I'm Alex Renteria, and I'm the Workforce Service Program Manager for the Ventura County area for Goodwill of Ventura and Santa Barbara counties.
Great. So a lot of people have heard of Goodwill, but I believe what it does is broader than what most are aware of. Could you expand upon that?
Yeah, so what you might think of Goodwill is all of our thrift stores. And so our Goodwill of Ventura and Santa Barbara County, we've got 22 thrift stores throughout the two counties. And so that's what most people know us for. But what most people don't realize is that when you come to Goodwill and you shop and you donate at our stores, we actually take those funds and help support our workforce services and our mission. And our mission is really to get people placed into jobs.
Okay, so this might be a good way to segue into what a program manager does. What does that mean, Alex?
So as a program manager, I oversee our mission side programs where we put people back into the workforce. Individuals who have either been long-term unemployed or who have some barriers to employment. Programs such as our Veteran Service Program that serves any veterans, female veterans, any dependents, and any spouses of veterans. And what we do is we take their military skills and transition them into civilian skills, and then we place them into a job based on their background in the military or what they've already previously done. We don't also just work with people who are unemployed. We work with people who already have a job and are maybe looking to promote within or get a better paying job. Really what we're trying to do is give people the financial stability to be able to support themselves through their employment.
Okay, and the employment is within and outside of Goodwill, is that correct?
Correct. So with our programs, and it's not just our veterans program, with many of our workforce service programs, we work with local employers and business owners, and we place our clients based on the need of the employer and also the skill set of our clients. So we have the Veterans Program. We also have our Subsidized Employment Program. That's a partnership with the County of Ventura. That program, we're able to offer a 6-month subsidy to local businesses, and they take on one of our clients who has either been long-term unemployed or just hasn't been able to get their foot back in the workforce. And by us providing the subsidy, we not only give this individual who hasn't had a job for a while an opportunity, but we're helping a business grow by being able to pay the wages of a person. So the business is growing, and so is the individual.
Thank you, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So Pete, this is great to know about the job programs. Is this the most substantial part of Goodwill, or how much more is there?
Yeah, so this is the mission behind all of the stores, and this is what gets us motivated and driven every single day, is to really go out there and help someone get a job. That's the focal point, I think, of any person's life is their job. A lot of times we're at work more than we're even at our own house, and so getting someone that employment is really meaningful, and being able to be a help provide that in the County of Ventura, county which I grew up in actually and born and raised my entire life. So it's a passion of mine to also help people in the local community because I know most of the people. And so it's just really exciting to spread the message about not only do we have the stores where we employ over 500 people at our stores, but we also placed in 2018, we placed just about 600 employees outside of Goodwill as well. So total of almost 1,100 employees in the two counties.
That's great. And is Goodwill all over the United States?
Yes, so Goodwill is all over the United States, but it's a federated model. What that means is we kind of run autonomously within a region, right? And the purpose of that is to help the local community. And each community has different needs. So in our local community, we've got some local bases, and there's a lot of veteran population in our area. And so we have programs that can help veterans get employment, work on their resumes, stuff like that. whereas in certain other parts of the country, they might not have a high veteran population, so they'll have different programs. So that's one of the main reasons why it's set up that way. But also when you donate to Goodwill, all the donations also stay within the local community.
Okay. And then Alex, since you're working directly with getting people into employment, does that mean you're also reaching out to businesses to find more places to employ people?
Yes, so we're always partnering with local businesses to try and place individuals. We are also open to always having them come into our facilities to host workshops as well too, because part of getting people employed is getting them job ready. So we also invite employers in for workshops as well as open interviews for not just our clients, but also for community as well too, because at the end of the day, we want to ensure that the businesses are able to grow with our help as well.
Good, and can you very briefly just highlight the range of skills that you place?
We have skills all over, really.
Okay.
We have individuals who come in very entry-level customer service to high-skilled individuals who have a master's in accounting. We have, because we work throughout the entire county, and every county or every city in the county is a little different and has a different population. So we make it a point to be really well informed of what each city need, what each city need is, and ensure that we're able to assist those individuals. For example, out of the Santa Paula area, transportation is a barrier. So we really try and ensure that we have a lot of local businesses that we can work with to ensure that the participants out of Santa Paula have a place locally that they can go to and from work either by foot or by public transportation and not have to worry about coming out this way. We also work out in Simi Valley, and we make sure to have a really strong connection with a lot of businesses out there because we understand that it's a far commute for individuals to travel into Oxnard or Ventura for employment.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Pete, is there other things that you think would be good for a general audience to understand about Goodwill?
Yeah, so to expand on Alex's point, you know, we work with a wide range and variance of different skill sets. And so, as you probably know, there's so many different generations now in the workforce, and they all have different skill sets, and a lot of people have different barriers. You know, 20 years ago, the internet really wasn't a thing, and now my 6-year-old is on it every day. You know, and so we're now seeing a generation come through the workforce that was born with an iPhone in their hand, and so, you know, that brings up certain challenges for other generations, you know, and getting them up to speed. And so there's a lot of, you know, we've got a classroom where we focus on a lot of different skill sets to teach people that they might need a certain skill set to get a certain job. That's a lot of times that someone's missing one little thing, and they can come in to us, we can identify it, we can coach them up, teach them, and make sure that becomes a strength in being able to apply to the job that they need and get the job that they want.
Good.
Yeah. So with adding a little bit more to what Pete just said, you know, not only are we teaching them hard skills such as how to even turn on the computer and apply for a job, right? But how to grow within that job. So we really go over soft skills because ask any employer in the area and a person will take someone who is teachable and moldable over someone who has those skills. So we really want to make sure that our clients are teachable, that are adaptable, and that can develop within the company. Because one thing is to get them a job, but our job is to ensure that they're successful in the job as well.
Good. So this question would be for either one of you, but for a viewer who either knows of someone who needs a job or themselves is interested, what's the path through Goodwill to get employed?
Well, if they're interested in applying and working for Goodwill, they can visit our website at www.goodwillvsb.org, or they can give us a call at 805-981-0130, but that's also to see what services they qualify for. Like I said, we work with a variety of different programs. So we have programs that cater to veterans. We have programs that cater to people who have been incarcerated. We have programs that cater to people with some disabilities. So give us a call or visit our website and we can direct them to the appropriate program for them.
I got it. Okay, so this is a custom thing, so it's going to vary.
Correct. Because we want to ensure that the individuals are successful, so we have to make sure that we cater their plan towards their needs and barriers.
Okay, and Pete, let's say we're talking about teenagers, because there's also an issue with teenagers being unemployed or underemployed in some respects, or youth, maybe college age kids too. But is there a path, or I guess it's the same path, so they would just simply call or go to the website?
Yeah, so we actually have several in Santa Barbara County, several youth centers. We're just finishing up building one out in our Lompoc workforce office. And we have a couple of contracts and programs where we work with the youth that are in school, and it's to basically get them prepared for a job or for higher education. And when they want to go to the job and get the job experience, right? Because that's a huge opportunity, is that job experience. And you've never had a job, and you can go in and you can kind of see what work ethic is and see what it takes, to go in, day out, that kind of thing. We're able to give those opportunities to a lot of youth, and it's really been transformational over the last couple of years.
Good. So would you not advise someone to just walk into a store then and ask about this?
So a store, no. They can always ask, and they'll know where to redirect them. But we do a lot of our mission and workforce services out of those workforce offices. So right now we've got a workforce office in Oxnard, we've got one in Santa Barbara, one in Lompoc, and one in Santa Maria. And we're currently expanding to another one in like the Thousand Oaks area. Okay. Just to be more convenient to wherever we need to be to help out.
Good. Alex, you wanted to say something.
Well, and I also know it's the world of social media now, and if you're ever interested in any of our services as well too and can't get to our webpage, always follow us on Facebook. It's Goodwill Industries of Ventura and Santa Barbara Counties, or visit us on Instagram, and it's Goodwill VSB as well. And there's always information being posted, not just about our retail, but about our mission and our programs as well too.
Good. So you have a number of programs. And let's suppose someone is interested in finding out about programs to get a job, and yet maybe they don't consider themselves to be a public-facing person. They don't want to work in the store because they don't want to deal with people. Mm-hmm. I mean, would you say that the majority of your people are not going to work in the stores, or I
say most of our placement is outside of our retail location, actually. Most of our placement is in a lot of admin positions. We have a lot of other customer service positions where we place at. We place a lot in production and warehouse as well throughout the counties. Both counties, and again, we cater to whatever. So if you come to us, we're gonna place you in a job similar to what you've done in the past. So if you came to us as a host, we're going to try and get you a job very similar, or at least in the same industry, versus just putting you in a job just to get you a job. Because again, our goal is for you to be successful and keep that job.
Got it. Well said. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, we're just about out of time. If we can get the website one more time, and Pete, maybe you can give us a summating message for the viewers.
Yeah. So I'd love to have more time, right? So because we didn't even touch on the amount of product that we handle and divert from the landfill. We take in about 30 million pounds of clothing every single year. And so there's a whole discussion we can have on that realm. So I'd like to invite anyone, to come out and I'd give them a tour, give them some more, expand more on what we do and how they can help out and be a part of changing the community. Mm-hmm.
Great. And that website one more time?
It's Goodwill VSB, which stands for Ventura Santa Barbara.org.
Pete, thank you very much. Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is George Alger signing off on this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until I meet again.